the younger they are, the easier they are, because they've not been contaminated with all the negative conditioning and the ugly basic attitudes, like I'm only lovable if I'm a good girl, things like that. Young children are not afraid to die. They can talk about it very easy and very comfortable.
They told me that I had a disease and it was called... Well, I knew what cancer was, and they said I had cancer. And I didn't feel it really that much bad, because I never knew what it did that bad.
Mm-hmm. Where did they tell it to you?
After I did a couple of treatments and I saw how bad it could get, I felt real surely that I was going to die.
What does death mean to you, Keith?
Like death? What does death mean to me? Well, it just feels to me like going out of one stage into another, better stage.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I knew if I would die, I'd go up to heaven, but I was thinking to myself, I'd miss my mom, miss my dad, miss all my friends, my brother.
Do you still feel that way?
No, not that much.
Mm.
I feel bad
Yes.
sometimes because I can't play football.
Yes.
That's my favorite sport. I used to play that all the time.
Yeah. Did you learn anything out of this experience, out of having cancer?
Learn anything out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing I learned is I could go through life, that life is pretty tough.
What was your reaction when you heard that your brother had cancer or might be dying?
I just thought, once you get cancer, you're dead. There's no hope for you.
Yeah.
Then my mom told me that, there are some things that help you for cancer.
Some treatments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought Keith was smoking, because I thought the only way you could get cancer was by smoking, and I thought...
Now, who gave you that idea?
Well, I used to watch it on television. Smoking causes cancer. That's why your lung association and all that stuff.
Were you ever jealous of your brother for being special?
Well, of course, because, they get the shots and treatments, and I know the shots are painful. And, so...
So when you're angry and you feel it's unfair, what do you do with it?
I don't know, I just keep it bottled up.
Well, then it's not going to go away.
Well, I'll go in my room and, I just don't talk to people.
Keith was diagnosed in April of 78. In April of 1978. With Ewing sarcoma, which is a bone cancer.
Yeah. Were you honest with your child at the beginning? Did you tell him what was wrong with him?
I told Peggy, and I said, let's tell. We should tell him. Peggy agreed, and so we told him. And right away he got upset. And he said, oh, cancer, you're dying from cancer. And I said, well, that's true. I said, but wait a minute. I said, there are thousands of people that have cancer, that are still living.
That's right.
And they're doing great, And I said, and that's how we're going to deal with this. We're going to fight this thing. We're going to beat it. And
wonderful.
Just like a game, just like a football game. Oh, he was right there. Right.
Yes.
So the four of you did that together.
Right.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Right.
You have to be so fair between the boys at all times. Once in a while, Kurt, the sibling, why does Keith get everything? Why does, well, because, he's sick. Do you want his sickness? No. And, when you explain it to him like that,
How did you cope with the diagnosis at the beginning?
How did I cope with it? I don't know. I think, and it was really funny, I have all these things to do. For what? I didn't know. And I just kept saying... That was your
way of coping with the shock?
That must have been. I don't know.
But you shared everything.
Yeah. You do something with your head. You say, well, you're going to just put all this bad stuff aside and just work with the good.
I think we all play act for the doctors. We don't want them to really know. We want them to feel that we are keeping together and we are perfect, and we really aren't.
You call that strong, and it's not natural.
That's right.
The natural thing would be to cry and
That's
to sob
right.
and to share your tears and say, God, it's difficult. We hoped it wouldn't be true. And to cry together and not have to play a game.